I want to speak a little bit about how you can grow your business with YouTube ads. But before I really delve into that, I think it's important to ask the question, should you be using YouTube ads? This is not for all types of businesses. YouTube ads works great at scale. If you're someone that thinks that you can spend $5, $10, $100,000 a day on ads and it will improve your sales, it will improve your margins on your business, then it would make sense. Now, who are the likely candidates for growing their business with YouTube ads? The first thing is you always want to work around the offer, the product that you are selling. In my experience, as of now, 2022, the higher ticket your offer, the more likely that you're a candidate for YouTube ads. What is considered high ticket? A few years ago, it was probably $1,000. And that could still be, you could still get away with that. But me personally, I think you want to be selling maybe a type of course or program, whatever it is. It could be a coaching program that's at least $2,000 on the low end. Ideally, I always encourage people to sell a product that's around the $5,000 mark or higher. I've seen products sold for $30,000 on YouTube ads. And the higher the price point, the more likely you will get to the point where you can scale and spend exhaustive amounts of money on YouTube ads profitably with the goal of growing your business. Those are the type of people that I think would be great candidates for growing their business in YouTube ads. What are the type of funnels that make sense for these high ticket products? Of the funnels that I've seen, and I've seen many of them, two stand out the most that have worked. The least common of those that I've seen work is having someone come to your page, arrive at your landing page. They would give their information, it's a lead. And then from there, you can send someone to a webinar. The pros of a webinar is that a lot of times you do it, it's work done, and it does all the selling for you. The cons for it is that a webinar is not as easy to make. You have to reiterate it and just repeat it on and on until you get to the point where it gives you a conversion rate that you're satisfied with. A respectable conversion rate on a webinar on paid traffic is around 1% on the low end. If you're at 2%, you're in the ball game. Now, a lot of people in the past, they've tried to sell a $500 product, even a $1,000 product. Once again, I think $2,000 is on the low end. You can get away with that. I've seen people get away with that. And that's probably where you want to go with that. Now, following up on that, once you're selling a product at a high price point, you're going to want to have even a higher ticket product. So for example, if you're going to go low just to get that person in, that customer, let's say $2,000 product, you're going to want to have a follow-up upsell product, whatever price you make it. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing is you may be profitable on the front end by selling that $2,000 product, but even if you're not, if you break even, your upsell is just going to be all profit. Someone that buys an initial product from you is more likely to buy other products from you. And that's how you really grow, because you're increasing your average order value on your customer. So having that funnel where someone gives a lead, they go through a webinar, they buy an expensive product, and then you upsell on a more expensive product, that is a winning type funnel to help your business grow. Sorry about the interruption, but if you're someone that already has a funnel and you know you want to scale it, we're talking about 1K a day, a couple hundred a day, and you want to take it to 10K a day, then click on our link. What can you expect if you click on the link? You're going to talk to one of our consultants and we're going to see what makes sense for you. If you're someone that is a do-it-yourselfer and you want to learn a system, get on our weekly calls, learn how we come up with creatives, angles, how we do our targeting, how we scale, how we get clients to spending 30, 40K a day. Hey, you want to give that information to your media buyer? Feel free and ask about our course. But that's not going to happen unless you click on the link. So make sure you do that. It's totally free. But this is if you're willing to scale and you already know that you have stuff that works. Now, back to the video at hand. Another funnel that I've seen more common, and it's probably easier to implement because it's easier to pivot and change as far as a time constraint. You send someone to a landing page, you get their email address, they have a lead, then you have a short VSL. I mean, the difference between a 15-minute VSL versus an hour webinar is pretty apparent there. So you make your VSL where you're selling your product, you're explaining why the lead is great, but now you're telling them why booking a call would be even better. And you have to book a call. They book the call, they get on the phone with you in the beginning, most likely, or some sales reps whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I always tell the client that they're probably the best person to do it in the beginning because they'll get the feedback from the customers. And then you sell them on an expensive product. Usually for these type of things, these type of funnels, I wouldn't have a low starting point of $2,000. I would aim for something higher, at least 5,000 or a little bit higher. Why? Because people are going to book calls, people may or may not show up, and when they do show up, your salesperson may or may not be good, and if they are good, the person may or may not qualify. So there are a lot of things that are going against you in that aspect. But the cool thing is you just need to be right once out of X amount of times just to break even. And if you got the right tweaks into place, then you're going to be profitable sooner than later. I've seen products sold as expensive as $20,000 to $30,000 using this type of funnel. Now, once again, these two funnels, there's not one that's better than the other. There are their pros and cons, but they both work. If you have these funnels in place, I am telling you, just by experience, the customers have spent $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a day using these types of funnels, and that will help you grow your business with YouTube ads. In essence, if you have an awesome average order value and something very high ticket, YouTube ads will help you scale and grow your business to get to the point where you need to be. The most important element in all of this is if you really want to grow your business with YouTube ads, you have to realize you're going to have to make as many ads as possible that sell the click, sell the product from the beginning. And when I say sell the click, I am talking about you have to create curiosity. You have to explain and give that trust to the customer, make them believe that you are the solution to their problem. It's not so much about the product, it's about, hey, you're having this problem, I have the solution, let me help you. I have something that I want to give to you for free, come through to the next page. That is your goal. Now, we've talked about many copywriting formulas out there, the basic ones. Those are pretty good structure frameworks to use in the beginning, but the bottom line is you never know which ad is going to work. So you want to make as many ads as possible. That's where you control your costs. From there, once you see who's converting or how your landing page is converting, you make changes there. Then the next step, whether it's the webinar or the VSL, you see how that converts. If that doesn't hit your benchmarks, then you make the necessary changes there, ultimately to the sale. The last important part of growing your business with YouTube ads is the optimization process. You have to have some step-by-step process of how you're gonna launch your ads. What are you gonna target first? When do you start checking out your landing page? When do you start checking out your VSL, your webinar? Every little step of the way. Then when it's time to push that spend, whether it's 5, 10K a day, then you're ready to really grow your business exponentially. I've seen people that just started out and overnight they become millionaires just with YouTube ads. But it's all based on that. It's all based on using the right creatives, using the proper funnel, and ultimately optimizing in the beginning and then pushing the button to scale. Those are the main tips on how to grow your business with YouTube ads, what type of business make the most sense on growing it on YouTube ads. If you want to learn more tips and tricks, totally free, check out our channel. We have lots of videos concerning YouTube ads. If you feel like we can help you get in depth using our SOPs and processes to help you get to the point on growing your business where it needs to be, then feel free to click on the link, book a call with us, and we'll see if we can help you out.